Another fan favorite. Everybody on this channel loves the tips and tricks. We're going to talk about taxes, going to talk about safety, and generator maintenance. One big, beautiful bill. Yeah, that just passed a few weeks ago. By the time this video comes out, maybe it's a month. One of the things that took place in this bill was in 2017, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 began 100% bonus depreciation on additions to your small business. And it was slowly going to phase out by 2027. 2025, we hit 40%. You could only deduct 40% of a purchase of, say, a big case tractor. But the one big beautiful bill put into place back up to 100% bonus depreciation. Now, it also goes back to January 19th of this year. So let's say you bought something at the end of January and it went into service this year, you can 100% deduct the depreciation. You don't have to spread it over multiple years. So get with your tax guy to make sure that I'm not off on these, but I'm pretty sure I did my research, and there's probably even more things. And yes, I said your tax guy because if you don't have one, you need to get one. They can probably save you more money than their fee will cost you. The National Council on Compensation Insurance said that slip and falls are the second most costly insurance claim. Vehicles accidents came in number one. That's obviously going to be big. But slip and falls was the second highest. Now, I'm not going to sit here give you a bunch of tips on safety. You've read them, you've been told them, you know all these things. My tip today is this. How are you going to deal with the things? There's a concept, normalization of deviance, and I'm probably going to do a video on that sometime soon. But the idea is that just because this ladder continues to work, even though it has a missing rung or the braces are gone on one side of them, and I've never gotten hurt, doesn't mean that it's not coming. So what do we do about these things that we know are safety issues and we know that we should do something about them? My encouragement or my tip to you today is do something, act right now, okay? There is a mantra in scuba diving that says, stop, breathe, think, and act. Now, a lot of times I stop and then I act. And then I think about it and then I breathe later like, did it get done? But no, we need to stop and think, okay, act. We need to act. So my encouragement to you is this. You got a broken ladder. Don't just stick it off to the side and say, well, you know what? I need to replace that. I need to set this off. Go put it in the front seat of your truck. Go put it in the bed of your truck. I mean, do something that takes it out of commission immediately, especially if you have employees, because that's going to be something that's just waiting to happen. And then it just ain't you turning your ankle. Now you can't work your farm, but now you facing maybe a lawsuit. You got a light bulb out in a very precarious situation and that needs to be dealt with. Take the light bulb out and stick it on the seat of your truck. Put it in your pocket. Now that's probably not too much safety because it may break in your pocket. But you need to do something to make yourself act. But we tend to just go, well, I'll deal with that later, because you're not going to use that ladder. Let's say you're riding around. You got your people, okay, we get in the back of that ATV and you got 3 people hanging off the back. Maybe make a fine that if somebody gets caught doing that, and you be included, that if your employees catch you doing that, you got to cough up $25. Do something with these things to keep safety important, not just put on the back burner. I recently heard Dr. Jesse Campbell from Auburn University speak about generator maintenance. Some good tips that I thought I'd throw out on this video. The premise of the whole thing is to keep your generator running, it needs clean air, fuel, a strong battery, and the electronics that tie it to your house. So there were some things that he said you need to stay on top of. Keep your radiator clean. Make sure your fuel tank is clean. Keep your air filters and your fuel filters clean. It's got to be able to breathe, and it's got to be able to eat. It's just like you. And then your battery. He suggested no older than 2 years, no older than 2 years old. Check your fuel lines. It could be water in the fuel lines. Maybe you had a clog. Are there any cracks in the fuel lines? See, a generator is one of those things that you don't need it until you need it. But if you haven't been working on it, it's too late. So stay on top of that generator. This is probably going to come out about the end of summer, beginning of fall, about when we start moving into these tropical storms. And some of you guys deal with a lot of storms and power outages. So go ahead right now, start getting those generators, get them going, get them cleaned up, get them tight. Hope these things help. If there's anything else I can do for you, or if you even have an idea on some videos you'd like to see, we're always open to suggestions and looking for good content. So give me a call, 1-800-608-3755, or email me, alan@southlandorganics.com. Until next time.